Evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. Don't step on me. I don't like that. So this is our honest review section, where we like to talk about the game that we just featured on our Spotlight stream, which in this case is Rocket Cats in Space, live right now on Kickstarter from Vile Genius Games. Go check them out, guys. So in the honest review section, we like to talk about what we liked about the game, things we necessarily didn't care for, and stuff we would change if we had the opportunity. So first up, how about TP?
Did we introduce ourselves?
Oh, I'm Matt. Hi.
I'm Ann.
And I'm TV.
There we go.
I'm Josh.
So, we're going to talk about all of those things that we just mentioned. TP, ladies first. How about you go first? And we're going to save you because you won.
Okay.
Technically,
So-
kind of, sort of.
But still ladies first.
Yeah, regardless. Irregardlessly.
Irregardlessly. So I actually really like this game. It is my favorite game that Vile Genius Games produces. Not because he's standing right next to me, I swear. I like this game because it gets everyone involved, and like we were really salty. It was fun.
Yeah.
I also like that there's a lot of room for house rules with this.
Mm-hmm.
There are different things like keeping the cards secret that you could do to make, like with Lift It. We kind of make our own rules with it.
Right.
And we get drunk and just do whatever we want to do. I really like the base component of this game, and I think it's really strong.
So, yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I really do love this game, despite the fact that I'm absolutely atrocious at it. And I'm horrible at it, but I do really enjoy it. It's very creative, the way that it plays out. And the theming is really cute on it. I mean, just the names of all the planets and everything. I can't wait to see what if you get to that stretch goal. I'm really excited to see the molded things, if and when you get to that. I'm going to go with that one.
When?
Yeah.
When?
When? Exactly.
When?
Next week. Sure.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay,
Tomorrow.
perfect. But yeah, so honestly, it's a simple game, really easy to pick up, and I think it's great to play with a group like this, just because it makes it so much more exciting. It's a great icebreaker game because it gets everyone up and out of their chairs and moving around and forces a little more interaction than normal. And I like, it's simple, but I like the group counting down out loud mechanic like that, and then it gives everyone a little bit more raucous and into the game. So I think
Mark.
Mark,
Yeah,
raucous.
Mark.
So Anne, what did you think? What did you like about this game?
I don't think I've played enough dexterity games to know if I really enjoy dexterity games. I do like that since it is a dexterity game, it's very hands-on. I like that everybody is up at the table. You can tell how excited and into the round people are getting by how loudly they count or how quickly they count. I like that there's the mechanic where if you get too excited or go too quickly, you are going to be fouled. I like that it's kind of a group vote to see if a foul counts.
It helps when you have instant replay.
Absolutely. I love the theme of the game. Everything is it's funny. So sometimes, especially in a group like this where people get very competitive, it gets very rough. It gets sometimes it'll get uncomfortable. You'll get some actual sort of frustration underneath. But how do you get frustrated when you're trying to get a rocket cat from upchuck to hairball? So it really diffuses any sort of frustration that might be going on. I mean, I could have been really mad at Matt for consistently knocking my rocket cat out of the attack star, but...
And I could have been very upset over doing so poorly, just in general. But
you did that to yourself.
Yeah, I did.
That was the best move ever.
No, I absolutely love the game. I think it's adorable. One thing that I might change, I found that with the group of the four of us, that we were consistently going after the 1-point routes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's because, like, Matt and I, this is our first time really playing the game, so the 1-point routes are really the very easier ones, and we're trying to figure out what's going on and keeping up with everybody else. But I think it's a little disproportionate. I know that there's only one 3-point route out, and I happened to get a 3-point route during my turn. But, like, the 2 points are very difficult to get. I don't know what... I'm
You don't know what to do to fix it.
I'm going to pull a Josh. I don't know what to do to fix that, but I saw myself getting very frustrated with that I didn't feel like I was able to get the higher point routes.
I agree. I almost never went for anything over 1 just because we were so salty with each other. I never had enough cats to do it.
So I'm going to build off of that one and go with, that's how it was in the beginning for me, until I realized that if you kind of just set up around the attack area and everyone leaves you alone a little bit, I amassed all of the cats relatively quickly. And then what I probably should have done, thinking back, is then pushed them all over to the +2 second side, because I feel like if I could have had a little bit more time, these definitely would have been obtainable. I
Easier
think
to obtain.
that the whole 5-second limit is there for a reason, and that's why that +2 seconds is on the board. And we really didn't take much to any advantage of that at all. I think there was
The
only
+2
one
seconds.
round where someone got +2 seconds.
And
no?
I got off of it by the time.
That part kind of bothered me also. I didn't like that I had to stay around on the +1 cat, and I didn't make it there, but the +2 seconds in order to gain that advantage.
Whereas the debris shot, you got immediately.
I feel like you should have had to stay on the debris shot for just as long, and then maybe you could use the debris shot in the beginning of your next turn to clear a path or knock someone off. I mean, I get the to clear a path or to knock somebody else off. I didn't like having to have to sit there to get one of the two advantages, but not the other.
And that's definitely a possibility with stacking the cats on the attack and then stacking the cats on the 2 seconds. My only concern with that, it'd be very risky. I mean, we took at least 10 rounds this time.
Yeah.
Because I almost got to 10 and I did 1 at most every time.
Yeah.
Right.
So this was a longer game than normal. And I think that would be a little bit riskier of a move if we were going a little bit.
Well, also the fact that we're playing with the 4 players on here right now.
Yeah,
if
we're
we were
very
playing,
salty.
If we were playing like a 1 versus 1 or even a 3-player
then
game,
it would be
the
a solid
board's
strategy.
A lot less crowded, and you have less time in between your rounds for you to have to worry about people knocking you off course.
For sure.
For those of you watching this video on YouTube after the fact, we are recording it live in front of Twitch. So I see my chat coming up, and I'm reading some of the comments, and Nayabari had an excellent comment regarding my one dislike, which would personal single point routes with communal 2 and 3 point routes work better? I think that's an excellent idea. When I was able to gain the 2 1-point routes by stacking up, and I believe it was from like Bull Chase to Mouse or something in that area, that was awesome. I would like to see some more 1-point routes building up to the 3-point routes. I don't know if that's just because I haven't gone through all the 3-point cards.
I think I think just the way the cards were dealt in this round, that they didn't seem to match up together. But I'm sure that there are scenarios
You always get a
which,
bad shuffle.
yeah,
Did Josh touch the cards?
that's very possible.
Okay.
I feel like maybe just adding a 3-2-1, so it's 3 1 points, 2 2 points, and 1 3 point might alleviate that a little bit. So you have more 1-point options out that you can kind of stack on each other.
It's an idea.
But again, that's, minor things like
Yeah.
that. The one thing that I'm going to complain about, and I know Mark's already said that it's being fixed, is the colors, because I was like paralyzed for a second or two on some of my turns, because like, is that mine? I
Yeah.
don't know. But yeah, the color differentiation is going to be a pretty big deal on that. So, but that's being corrected. So
Yes.
I'm curious to see how it's going to feel on the neoprene versus the paper mat.
I think that it's going to be really good. So during the game, Mark went to go and move something in one of the corners of the board and ended up picking up the board. Or when you're trying to flick the piece back and one of his pieces came underneath the board, I think the heavier neoprene board is going to mean that doesn't
Absolutely.
move.
Although it's going to, as you were kind of saying before, it's going to kind of eliminate the ability for you to knock your cat back on the board.
Why?
No.
No?
I actually have a neoprene mouse pad, pretty much. It's almost the exact same size it is from Past, Present, Future. They given to me a few years ago, and I used it as a giant mouse pad on my thing. So I was playing with it, and the neoprene's on there because I have multiple different types of ones, and I was trying it on different materials. So I don't want to mess up the review, but I mean, I could definitely, if you want to stop this one, and I can go into some of the stuff on here that viewers want to see, I can go over some of the design aspects of it. But the neoprene mats are the best material for it. It's going to be a lot of fun to play on it, and the edges will stay down better.
And then the final tokens are going to be what material?
Right now, they're wood.
Okay.
So they're same diameter wood tokens.
What's the weight difference? That's my main
Not
concern
too much of a
there.
difference.
Okay.
The wood tokens are probably going to be a little bit thicker just to be on there.
Yeah.
But all this is touch. So when you start getting the feel for the touch and
Yeah.
all that,
Right.
ultimately I want the 3D molded pieces, but that's going to be Kickstarter difference. And we also have the cat. I think the glass ones are at that's one of our stretch goals for the glass beads.
So I mean, but I think at the end of the day, it's definitely a solid game. It's a lot of fun to play. I think it's
Absolutely.
easy to learn. Children can play it.
Oh yeah, I
Adults
would
will still have fun.
Well, children can't play it with this group of people.
No, not with the f bombs and the innuendos we use. But
Not it.
now I have a question. Flicking your rocket cat, was that intended?
Huh? What do you
Flicking the cat.
The innuendo?
The innuendo, is that
No.
no?
No.
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 Okay.
I don't know, but Jasmine kind of has that devious giggle after that, so I don't know how much there is.
I mean, with all the innuendos that we were using, at some point I was like, is this intentional?
So I'm going to make a little bit of I have not been watching the spotlights because of all the work that's been going through to get ready for Rocket Cat launch.
Let's all gasp together.
I know. So that's why I was just asking. I mean, I can go through a lot of the. I think it's really cool some of the design aspects that we went through just in talking. Going through trying to get the things up there. Like when this was first pitched to me, one of the first things that took me literally 3 months to figure out how the hell we're going to make the board. I went through 20 different materials to see if it would work. First, I tried a cardboard material, and it could work, but I'm sure creasing would eventually happen.
that's the
And I could have done what a lot of other publishers do. Was like, well, that's your problem. But I said, what, I don't want that to happen. Rolling paper didn't work. I tried laminating the paper to see if it would work. Nope, it still has a curl to it. We went polystyrene. Everything that people suggested to go through didn't work. So finally, it was the only thing that really worked was neoprene. And I always like to have the upgrades of the neoprene mats. And I was like,
Base games are pretty.
well, there goes that. We'll just toss it right on in there. So that was kind of fun. Now, the cool thing is that the playmat, this is actually the second iteration of the playmat. The first one, the artist just wanted too much money, so we're like, all right, we'll get an artist. So what's going to happen with all the planets, not only are they going to be color-coded a lot better, like these colors are not going to be nowhere
Yeah.
near the same color whatsoever, but they're also going to have a graphic on them that looks like the planet. So yarn's going to look like a ball of yarn.
Oh, that's
cute.
really good.
And it's not going to go past the roundness of the planet. So that's like your footprint right there. So when you're looking down, you can sort of see, you'll see like a little mouse here. You'll see like a little kitten sleeping there.
That'll help pick up visually a lot faster too
Exactly.
when you're playing. So because in my head I have fish and nap time and
Their words.
I have to
they're cute
find
words.
the word, and there's not a whole lot of contrast in some of these. This is purple on a darker purple, but yeah, that image is definitely going to pop and register a lot faster in your head, I think.
Yeah, the RX, that stuff just too bumpy. Your things would never slide. Trust me, I tried just about every material possible.
They're
to try to fix it.
alphabetical. Oh yeah, look at that.
Wait, what?
They're Jasmine was just saying, they're alphabetical. Bull chase, catnip, attack, bull chase, catnip, dumb dog, explore, fish. I didn't even realize that.
wow, they are.
I did not realize
Look.
that.
You know if you care. Wow, way to stab me through the heart. I'm gonna be over here crying, guys.
So the cool thing with the cards is that we actually redesigned the cards as well. So they have a little bit more things around it so you can see the 3 points. It makes it a little bit more stylistic. So the color coding is going to get a lot better. These are off the original files that we have. We already have somebody that's trying to make up. So if we do go with the 3D printed ones, the Rocket Cats are actually going to be bigger.
Okay.
Because they're going to be much taller because you're going to have a thing to
So you have a
flick
little
on
bit
it.
more mass too on them.
You have a little bit more mass to them, yes. So that was sort of some of the cool stuff that we went through in doing it, and sort of debris shot. This didn't sound right, so it's what fits thematically? Oh, attack dogs.
yeah.
And then we also have play mats now too, so that way people can really see where their cats are and all that. And the other cool thing is,
Graphically,
Yeah.
do we have a final design on the home mats, your point scoring mats, or is that?
yeah,
still
it's on
in
the
there?
Kickstarter.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, so you actually have
I have a small concern. If you do name them attack dogs, which I do think is a good idea, they're in these spots, and I think I personally would get them confused with the attack spot. That's
doubtful.
just my comment.
Because these colors are so different from that.
one's the name of the planet, one's the name of the star
action.
or the action. I can see that.
You play the game once and you go through and you see it and you're
Yeah,
gonna be like,
it's a very simple game to pick up. So
Yeah.
I don't see there being too much of a worry. But anything to clarify is
for parents, this is actually going to be tested for 8 and up. So we're actually going through the testing process to make sure that's not harmful or anything else. It will be a choking hazard. Not like I said this morning, a chalking hazard. That was awesome. That's what happens when I lose sleep and chalking hazards happen. And then we're already starting to talk about a little expansion for this.
Awesome.
Very cool.
exciting.
So for those of you that like a little bit more strategy when you play, to take points away or to do other things,
Ooh.
there might be something else in the works.
I mean, I've seen this game. We're very fortunate to have gone to a lot of cons, and Mark actually has been really great to us to take us kind of backstage and introduce us to a lot of the different designers and publishers and get us in the loop. And each con that we've all been at, this game's been a hit.
Oh yeah.
Whether it was TCC or whether it was not Gen Con, BGG Con, you can hear people are screaming,
exactly,
yeah.
and so it definitely is an attention getter. But this is definitely a very much has been a very much so talked about game for quite some time, and we are very grateful, guys, that you agreed to come on to our stream and let us check out your game. Thank you so much. You've done a great job, and we really love it.
I knew I had to have this without even playing it. We were at Treasure Coast,
Yeah.
and everybody was yelling and screaming. I went like this. I was over at my table drinking more, and I looked over and I was like,
What's
Jeff,
Dad?
and I said, he goes, Jeff, he goes, yeah, this is Rocket Cats. I was like, all right, tell him we'll take it. Just like that. That's all it took. It took 5 seconds of me just seeing
Wait.
the interaction.
When we were at Treasure Coast, you had not signed them yet?
No.
Wow.
They were having a lot of fun at Treasure Coast with it.
I
Oh, yeah.
thought it was Mark's game already. Oh, I thought Mark had already picked it up.
And for the adult side,
Oh, trust me. When I saw it, I was like, it's mine. I'm taking it, whether they like it or not.
Hostile takeover.
for the adult side, after a couple of drinks, this game gets a lot more fun.
Well, you know what?
So I said we could
can
try.
imagine.
There is an adult version.
What?
Oh, we weren't playing the adult version.
No, because some buddies are pansies and they can't drink on Monday nights.
Oh, that's
we
me.
won't mention any name. Matt and what are you talking? You drink anytime.
She's drinking right now.
I made
Anyways.
3 drinks earlier today.
Yeah, no kidding, really, Miss Broken Foot. So, pretty much, those rules are not going to be printed anywhere on here because we want this to be very family friendly. But there's a certain other company called Black Label Games that's going to have a nice little rule book for it. So each time you flick a cat off the board, you take a shot. If your
Oh,
cat goes
God.
careening off into space, you take a shot.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, that's gonna be a lot of shots.
It's gonna be so fun by the end.
If I can't win by straight points, I'll get you drunk enough to win. Just
So that you
I
will be able
love-
to work it.
I love Dex games with alcohol. I think it's the best combination you could have. So
So, is there anything else you guys want to add to the review of the game?
I think it's
want to add a little bit.
Oh.
I've played the game
Go
before,
for it.
I've
so
played the
like
game.
I've played it, so I want to give my 2 cents, and I actually want to counter what a lot of you guys said
Mm-hmm.
because the way you played changed how your review was. If you
What do
don't
you
play so aggressively and try to knock everyone off the board, you can get those 2 and 3 pointers on very easily. And I've won getting 1 3-pointer, a handful of 2-pointers, and a couple ones.
That's because nobody knows that you play aggressively, that you are playing with, so nobody knows to take you out quickly. I've played Tick to Ride with you.
I know.
You're an awful person.
I know. I know I am. I'm just saying, it all depends on the group you play. So if you're playing more aggressively, the 1-pointers are going to be your way to victory. If you're playing with
Okay.
someone who's trying to get more for points and knocking you off now and then,
You want to go for the longer routes.
you want to go for the longer routes for the quicker win. And
I can
it's,
appreciate that.
And
Yeah.
it's really the group you play with. Like, I understand like how you guys played it. Their game went really long just because you were so aggressive against each other.
Right.
But if you play how we played at BGG Con,
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was a much more laid back game. The most was, oh, I have a debris shot. I'm gonna knock you off, and it's I might try to knock you off if I have to go that way.
But otherwise, I don't
Otherwise,
have to
I'm
worry
gonna
about
try to
it.
go get 4 my points.
That
So
makes
it all
sense.
depends on the group you play with. But no, I really this is I love Dex games and
We can tell.
yeah, this is one of my.
this is by far my favorite Vile Genius game.
See, for me personally, I don't interrupt when people are giving reviews and all that. So when you turn the screen, I was going to say, oh, by the way,
It's a
That
very
seems to
good
happen
point.
a
It's a
lot
good
when we play
observation.
games. Is we tend to be a little bit more aggressive towards each other. So it's not terribly surprising to me that that's a comment there.
I typically play, I go for points. I don't mess with other people. But I happen to play with.
I
You
find that hard to
started.
believe.
Wait. But you're the one who set the mood for this game
Oh yeah.
What was it?
by challenging.
I threw down the gauntlet.
Yeah, 'cause somebody
You're
was running
going
her mouth
down.
earlier.
Was I?
Yes, you were. Yeah.
Do
Yes.
you ever not?
Yeah. Exactly.
I think this is the exception where I've been too busy today to run any kind of mouth.
You were doing it yesterday, the day before.
All right, we have anything else?
So yeah, playing this with Justin Siebert. Jeez, I don't know where Justin came out of. Patrick Siebert, Brian Fiore, and Robert, who just got played, totally changes the way I play now. Because Robert, I can never pronounce his last name. When he was playing for the review, he was just like knocking the hell out of our cat just to do it. So I was like, that's a great idea. The next time I play Nicole, I am so doing that.
So wait, he came in here. He's now admitting that he had this plan
Oh yeah.
long
For a
before
while.
I
ran your mouth.
ran my mouth. Okay, as long as we're clear.
No. You were running your mouth
No,
nonstop since.
As long as we're clear.
Excuse me, somebody was running her mouth when we were doing the videos for the playthrough. I don't want to hear it.
With that, anything else, guys? Okay, so thank you all for joining us. This was our honest review section of our spotlight of Rocket Cats in Space, currently live on Kickstarter, courtesy of Vile Genius Games. And again, we'd like to point out Vile Genius Games sponsoring us all this week long. So
Thank
this
you.
stream and all streams this week brought to you by Vile Genius Games.
And guys, Josh, can you post the link to the Kickstarter one more time? Guys,
Because-
back it. Seriously, this game is a lot of fun.
You know, you guys are 8 away from getting free stuff. I mean, $5. You're not even paying for it now.
Freebies.
You know, if you guys were gamers, true gamers, I'd have 10 pledges right now.
So join us for all of our future streams. So tomorrow, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be doing our Twitch Plays Kingdom Death, going into Lantern Year 18 against the Lion God.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what we're gonna do.
Lovely. Join us Wednesday for our special stream of Bears vs. Babies. We're doing a playtest party at Loot Games and Comics in Coral Springs, Florida. So for all of you in the area, come and check it out. It's going to be an open gaming for everyone that wants to try the game before it hits the shelves. And then join us this weekend for Prototype Con. We're going to be streaming live from there and featuring what we can, seeing what's up there for everyone, and bringing you guys some live coverage of the con.
Josh and I will be going up Thursday morning. I don't know if we'll be streaming Thursday or Friday, and Matt and Aaron will be joining us on Friday night.
Indeed. And then worst case scenario, guys, join us for our next Spotlight stream next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Please follow us if you haven't done so already. Click that little heart, and then subscribe to us if you like us even more. And then reminder that all of you with Amazon Prime get one free subscription each month, and we would be honored if you gave it to us here. But other than that, thank you all for joining us for another fantastic Twist Gaming stream, and we hope to see you all next time. I'm Matt.
I'm Ann.
I'm TP.
Mark,
I'm Josh.
Thanks for playing with us, guys. And back Rocket Cat in
you
Space.
just cut them off.
Oh, I did.
You forgot
That's
to say-
Pete and Jasmine.
Pete and Jasmine.
Tunnel vision.
Without them, you wouldn't be here tonight.
Staring at the camera.
I had the tunnel vision. Sorry, guys.